Um, Hi. I don't know if I'm live right now. I think I am. Um, oh, yes, I am live right now. So, I want to thank you guys all for tuning in. I wanted to make this video to kind of be raw and vulnerable with you guys. It's not gonna be a typical um Vikash fun video, but I kind of wanted to be like sharing with all of you about what's going on, why I haven't really been posting lately, and um really how I've been dealing with all of this. So I really hope that this story is helping someone out there. I really wanted to edit like a video, but I don't know why my phone wasn't able to like upload. So I actually been filming this video for a few takes now, but it's definitely been very heavy on my heart, everything that happened this year. So where to start? It's just, I guess this year especially has been, a word I would say is painful. And I guess um, I think it's definitely been really hard with everything that's been going on. But for sure, um, my it's been really hard, especially with a lot of things that's going on with my family. So I guess it started last year when I called my mom and I found out that she has cancer in her uterus. And I think that I think at that time, it was just very scary, just the word cancer. And I don't know if any of you have, gone through it, but it's definitely a very scary moment in your life when you're just so uncertain and just so unsure of everything that's going on and you don't know what's going to happen, especially something that is someone that's really close to you, like my mom. And you guys know, you guys seen my videos. She's she's my mom, and it was really tough for me to get through that. And not only that, but a few months later, we get a call from the family, my mom's side, saying that my grandmother is in the hospital and she's about to take her last breath. And it's been super, I don't know what the word would be, but it was definitely a very hard time for me and my family, especially um because of COVID, none of us could go to Vietnam and be beside my grandmother. And it was tough. It was very tough, like every day just going online and just seeing how my grandmother was breathing in a ventilator, and just seeing my uncles cry. And it was, yeah, it was so difficult to see. And just seeing how my uncle was just, he really tried everything that he could to get my family over to Vietnam. And it was tough. It was tough. And I guess um even just the loss of my grandmother, it was really rough for me. I couldn't eat. I didn't have an appetite. My blood pressure went very low, possibly because of the stress. I don't know. But it was very tough for me, and just as when I thought that, okay, this is horrible, but a few months later, um my my dad is like, he's urinating out blood, and we're like, whoa, like, what's going on? So my dad has a tumor in his bladder, and it was I feel like at that point I was just like, I didn't know what to feel. It was it was so tough. But I guess one thing I do want to share is that in the midst of all of this that's happening, there was hope. And even though it was just very, very difficult, there was just so much pain, so much trial, so much uncertainty, I felt like, as someone that is a Christian, I believe in those times that I was not alone. And in those times, I had hope. And even though it was scary, when I prayed, there was peace. And I did have a community that I was able to rely on and pray with me and be there with me. But most importantly, I felt like God was really with me through all of this. And I remember throughout every single prayer, throughout every single hardship, every single moment, God was like, you know, Kayla, like, you can trust me. Like, I know all this looks horrible, but you can trust me because I love you. And that everything that's happening, I'm doing it for your good. And I think that was a truth that I was holding on to, that God works out good for those who love him. And I think that for sure, for my mom with her cancer in her uterus, I remember telling my community, and everyone just rushed in and just prayed. And like, we just gathered and we just prayed. And this was before lockdown. And I remember one of the sisters at the church just put her hands on my shoulder and just told me, hey, like, you don't have to do this by yourself. You're not alone. And she also shared that her mom had a tumor, and that really scared her as well. And I remember just being so comforted in those times, and just being so at peace. And surely, my mom went through a very successful procedure, and of course, we're still praying that everything will be okay. I mean, of course, cancer could reoccur, but what the doctors say, the reoccurrence is very low. So I'm very thankful for that. And looking back at my grandmother and her story, I mean, she left back a very big spiritual legacy, and we were able to have a lot of conversations with the rest of our family about Christianity, and it was a very intimate time, and I've never been that close to my mom's side like those times before. But for sure, I know that because I'm a Christian, that this is not the last time that I will see my grandmother. I'll see her in heaven. And with my dad, he went through a procedure, and so far they say it's like stage 1B-ish. We're not really sure. But for the most part, everything went well. He's going to go in for another procedure, so we'll see. Um, I felt like, yeah, all of this just was so tough, but at the same time, it allowed me to grow in my faith, and it allowed me to have a story to be able to comfort other people and let them know that, hey, um, you are not alone. Like I've been there, I felt it, and I realized, and I've seen that when other people share with me something similar, like maybe their mom just went through a stroke or something like that, I'm able to just like immediately picture myself in their shoes and really empathize with them and say, hey, like I've been there too. Like it's very rough, it's horrible, but you know what? You're not alone. Like we'll go through this together. And so I just really want to thank you guys all for just listening. I do want to apologize that I really haven't been myself um like before, I guess. I mean I am myself, but it's more like recently I felt more stuck with videos. I possibly because of everything that's going on, and um it was like a time of grief for me, and so it was really hard for me to make a video. Um and of course I do want to make more videos, but I guess in this time it was just very hard for me. And um I'm still working on the next episode of Let's Go Ija, and that hasn't stopped. It's been really hard for the animators to been like animating, um but yeah, anyways, I'm sorry, but I do want to just share that um everything is going okay for now. And yeah, I'm definitely doing my best to take care of myself. I'm back in California. I'm doing my best to work out, doing things like surfing and things like that. But the one message I do want to just share is, in these times of having all these crazy things going on, it's very important for us to spread love and not fear. And so I really encourage you all, like, what's your story? Maybe you can share and to maybe help someone else that's going through the same thing. Um, I know it's scary out there and everything that's going on, but we can't be paralyzed. We can't be just in the same spot being scared. We can't be like overwhelmed with fear. We need to just go and share your love and share your story so that we could be there for one another. So that's my main thing. And I really hope that, maybe if you are going through something, that for me, I pray and I um I connect, if you want to use that word, I connect with God, and I seek him, and I just want you to know that um the God that I serve is, I guess that sounds kind of weird, the God that I serve, but it's true. Like this God that I call Father, that I call my God, he's um someone that really loves you, and he really does care for you. And whatever burdens you have, I believe that he wants to hear from you. He wants to know. And I know most of you guys are probably not Christians and probably not believers, and that's totally okay. I just wanted to let you know, like, that's what's helping me go through all of these things, and I want to just share with you that that joy that I have, that love that I have, that peace that I have from God, and um, maybe just, you know, if you have a chance, just pray and talk to him, I guess. Thank you so much for listening. I know it's been a longer um, live stream, but thank you for listening, and I will do my best. Yeah, thank you so much.